have my wonderful niece with me today, and we are going to be practicing making a miniature knapsack. It's going to be a lunch bag style knapsack that can be carried on the back, and so she asked me to make her one, or at least show her how to make one. And of course, I'm like, I've never done that before. But you know what? I'm all about learning, and I'm all about exploring and trying new things. And so we are going to be doing this together. So we are going to, I have some fabric pulled out, and we're going to make one for my dude. You know, little naked baby, always in my videos. We're going to make one for him and see how it goes. And if it goes well, then we're going to do the real deal tomorrow, okay? So sit back and enjoy the video. Alright, so it's nice to have help with somebody behind the camera to make sure my head is not cut off, guys. So what we're doing is the lunch bag style bag for my dude. Now, I'll show you what I have so far, okay? You use whatever measurements you feel comfortable with. So if you're doing it for a toddler, we have, and my fabric is this little Americana bandana fabric, okay? So it measures approximately 12 inches across and approximately 18 inches lengthwise, okay? So this is for my dude. So with this measurement, I'll show you kind of what the final size is gonna look like. Roughly like this, okay? Once we'll take in a little bit. Okay, so it's going to be a small bag, but again, this is for a toddler, so in that 2 to 4 age range, real small size. So this is going to be approximately our final size. And what I have done is I have taken my fabric. I just chose to cut it on the fold. Okay, if you don't want to cut on the fold, or you don't have fabric that you can cut on the fold, make sure your pieces, if you're doing 2 pieces, they are 12 across, 18 long. If you're cutting on the fold, okay, then you know unfolded, that's going to be 24 by 18. All right, so the blue fabric is going to be the interior, the star fabric. Let's see if I can unfold that for you. Our star fabric is going to be the exterior of the bag, and then what I'm going to do is use the remaining bandana fabric for the straps for the bag. So this will have contrast straps, okay? Now this will not have any interior pockets. Again, this is going to be just a little bag for my dude that he can use as his very own diaper bag, so mommy doesn't have to carry his stuff anymore. Okay, now in terms of closures, I am giving my dude button closures. These are larger 1-inch buttons that we're going to use, and he needs to start practicing with buttons and getting that manual dexterity. So I don't think this will be too hard for him to open and close on his own. Because this particular bag project is being made for my son, and my son is really small. He's really young, he's really small. I know you can hear him in the background. I would normally put interfacing in here to add some stability and strength to the strap. But because it's just for him, and it's really just going to be a diaper bag for him, I've decided not to put the interfacing in here. I think the strap is going to be fine without it. Okay, so we have one strap down, and I'll go ahead and pin, and then once we get both straps done, we'll take it to the machine and stitch them.
do have a question.
There's a test on Tuesday.
Okay. When you notch out the bottom for the box, after you sew it and you're putting this facing on the inside, where is this part going? Like, are you cutting it off?
No, this is actually good question. Okay. Oh, I thought you had clothes on. You're back to being naked. You see what I'm going through? Okay, so what's gonna happen is, and I'll show you. Actually, let's take some pins.
I want yellow. I want this pen.
No, darling, you cannot have any pins. Okay?
I need a pet.
No, what you need is some clothes on.
No.
Okay, sure.
But I don't want my shoes.
Okay, bye. So, these pins represent us sewing across this bottom edge.
Yeah.
Okay? So what's going to happen is, just pretend that these are facing the proper way. Okay? So now, we got our imagination cap on. So now this is sewn. Okay? It's going to be sewn down there. And then what you're going to do, actually, I'm going to come back to this side. Okay. Is we're going to sew this side. So we're not sewing that L part. Okay?
You're sewing that on the inside?
So, just pretend that these are right sides are facing on the interior. Okay.
Okay.
This is just show and tell right now. So we go along the bottom. We go all the way down one side. If this is the exterior, we go all the way down both sides. On the interior, we'll go all the way down one side, and we'll leave about a 3 to 4 inch gap. Okay, and that's so we can turn the fabric. Okay, so now, what happens is, this is sewn, but this is open. And what you'll wind up doing is matching your seams like that. And once you match your seams like that, it creates this bottom, and you'll go and you'll stitch across this edge. And when you stitch across that edge, that has created now your box bottom. Okay, so I am top stitching the bag. I really should have clipped my corners, and I completely forgot to do that. And I'm running out of bobbin. So, in any event, this is what we have. So we still have the buttons left to do. And what I will wind up doing, because I'm not going to make a fresh bobbin for this, is I'll go in and I will hand sew this closed. Okay? So, let's get the hand sewing. Guys, we did it! We finished! Ta-da! Okay, so first time doing a bag like this, and there's some things that I learned. One, pay attention to what you're doing. So the bag came out really good. I actually have some pull-ups in here now. So I think this would be a great little bag that you can put 2 pull-ups, like a little Ziploc bag of wipes in, a little pair of pants, and shirt. And so if we're going out, he can carry his own stuff. Okay? So my son's name begins with the O, and so that's what the little O is for, a little patchwork. And then you can see in the back, we just have little, they're non-adjustable straps, but again, he's small. He's 4 4, but he's probably the size of a 2-year-old. So he's a pretty small guy. And so I think this is just a great little like knapsack. So the pros to this project is once you know what you're doing, you can make it fairly quickly, okay? Now, some things that I did not do properly, and again, I was distracted by stuff going on in the house, so I'll show you. We got the button closures. Right here, I did not press and I did not clip my corners. And so make sure that if you have a curved edge anywhere, that you clip your corners and you notch where you're supposed to notch and clip where you're supposed to clip. Always make sure that you press your exposed seams and top stitch, because that's going to give you a nice finished look to it. Now this bag is just quilter's cotton, nothing fancy, and I did not use any interfacing on this bag or stabilizer. This is just something quick my little dude can wear. And but as a whole, I think it turned out great. I love this. I love it. I'm glad I made it. Good job. Good recommendation. Good. Turn around. Spin around in a circle.
So I can see.
Spin around. Not.